I'll show you a little bit. I'll record some stuff and put some video in here about how I use Highrise to send out our newsletter to folks. And one of the interesting things, we don't have an integration with Litmus, but Litmus has proven to be a pretty useful app. And so I'll use Highrise to send test emails over to Litmus, which is very easy to do. Good morning, it's Tuesday. Good morning, it's Tuesday. Man, if you've been following along, it's like we're always sick here. Last night, the kiddos got an earache. That was like one of the worst sleeping nights we've ever had. Oh, buddy. I know, her ear hurts, lots of crying all night. Nobody slept. I know, we'll stay home from school. She'll stay home from school. Kind of a big day. Today, we're supposed to be launching the Android app. I don't think it's going to be thwarted, but obviously Lynette now is at the doctor with our daughter. I don't have her around, and she's been really like the anchor to kind of running this and operating and getting this launch done. It is unfortunate though, but I think she's gotten everything really ready. There's a few tasks that now I have to do, like announce the thing through email, blog post. There was something else. All right, so the newsletter isn't out yet. This camera. After I get this newsletter out, one of these days I'm getting a new tripod. There we go. All right, newsletter isn't out yet. It's about to be. I think it's in good shape. I'm gonna send it. Probably be 1 o'clock Central. It's a little late. I usually like to kind of get these things out by 11 a.m. But whatever. That's how it is. I don't think it's worth waiting a whole extra day. So, gonna get it out. Hope people like it. It's out. The emails are out. Now crafting a post for our blog, or Signal versus Noise, mentioning it. That hopefully will generate some more traffic, but it's out. Huge shout outs to the whole team who worked on this. To be honest, I've been working on some other projects, and I depended on the rest of the team really nailing this, and they did. Michael, John were the core developers on this, and they did a kick-ass job, and the rest of the team tested it, got all the materials ready, screenshots, training, beta testing the whole thing, doing customer support for the early beta testers. You guys have been incredible. Thank you very much. I just send test emails over to Litmus and then use Litmus to see what the email looks like, just to sanity check the formatting, see what it looks like in different email clients. And that's about it. It's a really handy tool. Litmus has some other kind of interesting features that kind of may check the kind of the spam level of your emails that you're sending out. Hey, so here's just a few more things about like the Litmus stuff that I was talking about. I go and I add a contact. Basically in our account, we have a contact named Litmus, and every Litmus account gets an email address, like coolstuff@litmustest.com. So we'll just do cool@litmustest.com, and that's basically it. So when I want to test, broadcast, test one of our bulk emails, I'll go in here and I will do a search for that Litmus account, and I'll click it, and I'll just start sending the bulk emails to that. So, I'll choose a template maybe that I have in here, and then send this over to Litmus. Your Litmus account, you'll start getting in these emails in this checklist, and they'll be, you'll click Highrise announcement, and you'll see all these different previews and different email clients. Again, some bulk email services, integrate with Litmus very well. Some don't. We don't have an integration with Litmus. So this is valuable whether or not you use Highrise or not. This is just maybe something to keep in mind to just easily, use the system to use with Litmus. Just, turn it into a contact. One other thing to keep in mind, Litmus has an interesting spam checker, if I could find it. It's called Spam in Litmus. And if you click on Spam, you'll get I think a button like Start a New Spam Test. And it'll fetch all these test addresses. And those test addresses are going to be unique to you. They're going to be things like, we're going to say words like Barracuda, Mr. Email Test, etc. And so your goal is okay, now you got to take a string of addresses. Litmus will give you a string of like 8 addresses, comma separated, and it's just one string. So
you want to kind of break those out. It's easy to do it manually. If you had it like more, a dozen or more, and it becomes a little tedious to kind of hit line breaks in each of these things. I didn't do this perfectly, and I'm not going to try right now, but you can do a search and replace and enter in line breaks. And now that you have these, you can go to a tool like Excel, and here is Excel open right now, and you can dump in these email addresses, right? Just copy and paste, and you might have, a dozen different email addresses. Now here's what I'll do. I'll name them. So say I could name this Litmus Spam 1, right? And now I can just click on this little handle and drag it down, and it'll fill in the series. I've got Litmus Spam 2, Litmus Spam 3, etc. So now I can just save this off, save as, or I forgot how, and then I'll do a comma separated file, Litmus Spam. All right, and now I can go back into, Highrise. I can click import, upload a CSV file, upload my spam contacts, got them, make the first one, in a email address, and the second thing a name, just the first name. There's no data labels in that thing, and that's it. Yes, they're okay. And so now, if you're testing this, you just hit all, click the email tab again, and send your report. And the reports come back, they're really interesting. They let you know all these different spam traps and spam type filters that are like, here's a score. Does your email test well or not? And it's amazing what people try to email. They have no intention of sending spam, but they use words like free, deals, there's a lot of words that you might not think would trigger a spam report, but they do. That's just a couple of helpful hints in using a tool like Highrise or other contact-based email tools and Litmus together when they aren't integrated. Hopefully that helps. I hope your day went better than ours. It was kind of a tough one today, but she seems really good today. I think we're gonna have a good night. Last night was like one of the worst nights we've had since she was an infant. With the crying and the pain and the earache. So we all could use a really good rest. But we got the Android newsletter out without a hitch. It went pretty well. The launch seemed pretty good. Lots of positive feedback on it. So hopefully if you use Android, you get a chance to check it out. Stay tuned. The iOS app is going to be out soon too. So we aren't ignoring you. And that's it. I hope you have a good rest of the day. 2 bags of dog food!
Not just 2 bags of dog food.
3 bags of dog food!
And what else? Do you want to show what else to the camera?
Children watch these opening, like unboxings of presents. We'll do one for opening up cat food and pet food. And if you are new here and you dig this stuff and talking about business and marketing and the stuff it takes to kind of run this company and still manage this crazy family, please subscribe. And I will see you again soon. Bye.